G'day guys, welcome back to the Aussie Gooner channel, and yes, this is my review, my reaction to the game that has come, gone between Arsenal, Leeds, Arsenal 2, Leeds 1. 3 points in the fucking bag. A gap now between us and fucking Spurs that just keeps on fucking growing, which is exactly what we needed. I mean, don't get me wrong, guys. It wasn't the best performance in the fucking world, but it's 3 points, and I'll take him any which way I can get him. But, guys, before I get into it a little bit further, do me a favor. Could you please do me a favor? Could you please hit the subscribe button? I'm trying to get up to, I don't know, as much as I can, maybe 110, 105, 106, anything, you know what I mean? Hit the subscribe button. Won't cost you nothing. You know, we won't be married. Telling you, no marriage involved here, you know what I mean? You're not going to be obligated in any which way. And if you could, please smash the like button, you know, because I'm doing the best I can, you know, out here in Australia. We get to see games like this at 11 o'clock at night on a Sunday, you know what I mean? Fucking wonderful times, you know? I mean, 11 o'clock on a Sunday for an Australian EPL, that's fucking primo. Because we ain't going to get them at the fucking nice hours. Nah, there'll be none of that, yeah, son, you know what I mean? But anyway, before this game kicked off, guys, before this game even started fucking moving on, I saw our lineup, and I'm pretty sure everyone else did too. I saw Tomiyasu and Cedric included. Now, I honestly thought Tomiyasu would be sitting on the right with Cedric on the left, but apparently, Mikel Arteta thinks to himself, Cedric on the right's going to be a lot better than Cedric on the left. Maybe Takahiro can play both sides or play the left-hand side a lot better. And in this game, he fucking did. Let's be honest. Takahiro did well on the left. He didn't do too bad for a guy out of position and just back from injury. But moving on. I was calling for it on Instagram saying we need to hit these guys off the bat. We need to fucking press them off the bat, because if we don't and we sit in our shell, Leeds are a team that like to fucking play open, expansive football, and they'll get at you. They got goals in them. They can score against it, but they can leak goals. So you need to take fucking advantage of them, and we bloody did. nketiYANG. nketiYANG, I'm renaming him. This guy, what the fuck? 4 minutes into the game, we are pressing fucking Leeds. We are not letting them play out from the back. We're not making it easy. I mean, most teams don't make it easy for us, and guess what? We ain't making it easy for Leeds. Milier gets caught on the fucking ball. Nketiah says, boop, thank you very much, son. Thanks for all the laughs. I'm coming in. I'm taking that. 1-0 to the Arsenal. Thank you. Cheers for that. All fun and games, yeah. And I'm telling you, I could not believe that shit. I was jumping for joy in Australia. This is fucking like 4 minutes in, we've scored a fucking goal here. It's 1-0. We are pushing Leeds to the edge. Do you know what I mean? And I can see more goals in this. With the style of football that I was seeing in the first 10, 15 minutes, I was thinking to myself, you know, this ball is rolling. This could be fucking 3 or 4 even. You know what I mean? And it wasn't long after that. Gabriel Martinelli does some great work on the left-hand side, puts a nice low ball into Nketiah, slightly off balance, but is just good enough to put the ball onto fucking Milier's left, to the goal's right, and get himself his fucking second. I could not fucking believe it. I mean, I was talking to Warren from Warren's Team Talk, and guys, if you ain't jumped on Warren's channel, Warren from Warren's Team Talk, please check him out. Top fucking fella. Like, I'm gonna play you guys something now, like on my phone. This was fucked up shit. Like, I'm telling you, this was some fucked up shit. I couldn't believe what was going on. Me and Warren having a chat. Check this out, my reaction. And this happened twice now. Having a chat to him and a goal scored. Check this out.
It's
me.
It's not gonna be nothing. He's done it again! He's fucking done it again! Fucking 2-0! It's fucking 2-0! Fucking eat it, dick! Eddie! Fucking yes, son! Look at that! Fuck you! Look at that straight in! Boom! Fuck you, Milier, you fucking cunt! 2 fucking 0! 16 minutes in! Merry fucking...
Now, I said 16 minutes in, it was 11 minutes in. I was losing my fucking shit. You gotta understand. This is 11 o'clock at night on a Sunday. I'm losing my shit. You know, I'm jumping around like you won't fucking believe. I see 3 points and I'm seeing more goals in this game. I couldn't believe it. I mean, we look at stats and we look at how Arsenal played and how Leeds played and blah, blah, blah. But in this game, the first half, Arsenal had everything to play for. We had these guys. We could have been 3-0 up, and that's what worries me. See, not long after that, right? You guys will remember that fucking wonderful ball Cedric put in, right? He puts a nice little ball over the top that Saka got on the end of. Saka was smart enough to put the ball into the box, and Odegaard, I don't know what he was thinking. Was there not enough room? Maybe. So he decides to, I don't know, pass it along the front of the goal line, thinking Nketiah was going to get on it. Now, the ball gets cleared. It wasn't cleared well because it lands straight into Cedric's path. Now, this is where a player needs to do better. I know he's a right back, but you got to at least work the keeper. That there should have been 3. That should have been 3. And I know I'm being greedy, but what I want to see is when we've got teams exposed, we need to take advantage of it. Now, Eddie Nketiah in this game, we've got to give the fucker credit. I mean, 2 goals in a matter of minutes. Martinelli on that left-hand side, he might not have scored. He didn't get on the score sheet, but he did some fucking work. And you know what? Hats off to Martinelli, because if it wasn't for his fucking performance in this game, I'm telling you, they were going to have fun with us. Because I think when it came between a battle of wingers, Saka to Martinelli, we all know that Martinelli was putting in a better shift. I think it was a lot more effective than Saka was. Now, there was a little bit of a fucking drama. There was that tackle from Ayling, right? Now, it was initially awarded as a yellow. Now, look, I saw it and I thought to myself, I like these kind of tackles. I like that fucking hit in, even if it's against one of my own players. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not good, but I like that argy-bargy, rough kind of football. Now, it was thrown in as a yellow. It was a 2-footed challenge, right? And then VAR's had a bit of a squiz, right? And upgraded it to a red. Now, for me, I look at it, I say, well, fair call. Yeah, it wasn't the hardest hit, but it's 2-footed, and for them, 2-footed challenge, contact made, red card. For me, it's all about contact. That's how I see it. If you make contact with a player, dangerous contact with a player, that means you actually go bang, then for me, you got to start talking about cards. Now, I understand the argument of intent. I understand that. But it's so grey for me. It's so grey. It's like, oh, he had intent or he didn't have intent. There's so many different dynamics to handing over a red card or a yellow card or a pen or this and that nowadays. It's not confusing. It just shits you. And then, of course, I know I've been getting the shit lately with the Ramsdale crap that happened last week where apparently he's taken out a player. Mind you, didn't touch him. Didn't touch him at all. And, of course, wasn't awarded a card. Nothing was fucking taken any further, blah, blah, blah. Some people are saying he got lucky. Some people are saying, well, there's no contact. More people are saying he got lucky than the contact. I'm on the end of the contact. I'm a bit old school. Is what it is. That game was, this game is and was, and he's done now. Now, Ayling gets himself a red card, and we all saw Rafinha. Rafinha was losing his shit. Fucking Granit Xhaka moment from fucking Rafinha. He was losing it, got himself a yellow for dissent, and he's lucky not to have copped another because his boys had to pull him back. He was losing it. Absolutely fucking bewildered. The guys fucking lost it. But I'm telling you, Rafinha, great player. That's the kind of guy that, honestly, I could probably see at Liverpool, fuck. And if he gets there, jeez, fuck. Oh, mate, Liverpool will be even stronger. Now, look, half went through. We didn't score a third. We should have scored a third. It should have been done and dusted in the first half. But unfortunately, we were wasteful. We were wasteful of our opportunities. We were a bit lackluster going forward. We were a little bit slow in our build-up play. It was like we were happy with the 2-0 and it was like, yeah, this is good enough. But that's what we don't want to be, a good enough team. We need to go for the jugular. We can't fuck about. Opportunity, goal. Opportunity, goal. Liverpool do this. City do this. The better teams will do this. If you open up, if your defense is stretched, if there's an opportunity, we need to work the fucking keeper. We need to try and score. What do? Not clinical enough. Obviously, we needed a striker. Obviously, we should have spent some money in January. Unfortunately, we didn't. So Nketiah did his best in this game and he got himself 2 goals. And I'm going to get into the ratings later on. Second half comes in. Fuck me. Corner. And I'm thinking to myself, Arsenal, corners, we're all good with this. You know what I mean? We always defend corners really well. We've been strong when it comes to set pieces and corners. The fuck happened with the defensive line? Llorente left open. Great fucking cross in. Finds Llorente fucking takes his shot, beats fucking Ramsdale, 2-1, and I'm fucking doing this. Because now the game's changed. It's as if our boys are falling into their shell and Leeds are coming at Arsenal. Now look, I'll pop the stats up real quick. Okay, I'll pop the stats up real quick. Look at the possession. Look at the shots on target. If we look at this, anyone who looks at the stats is going to say, well, Arsenal were taking it to Leeds. We were. But after that goal was scored, we were on the back foot. Our boys kind of fell into a bit of a shell. I know we all saw it, and it was a little bit shaky in that second half. We came back after 20 minutes, but it was shaky in the second half. Do you know what I mean? We made changes as we should. Pepe came on. He had an opportunity to catch out Millier, Because, I mean, Leeds were throwing the fucking kitchen sink at us in the second half. I mean, they had everything to play for. Who cares about goal difference? We just need points. They were bringing Nketiah out of goal and into the fucking box to see if he can fucking do some work. You know what I mean? I mean, you're getting goals scored against you. Maybe he can score a goal for us, you fucking prick. You know what I mean? But he couldn't do it. And we almost caught him out. I mean, Pepe could have done better with that. He had an opportunity where Nketiah was out of the box. He could have taken a shot a little bit beyond halfway and maybe made it 3. Now, Odegaard also had an opportunity in the 75th, 76th, something like that. He worked really well. He honestly opened up some fucking space and a gap in their defenders. And of course, Leeds were not defending anymore. They were just going for a goal. So, you know what I mean? It doesn't get much better than that. But Odegaard sometimes he's wasteful. Sometimes he can be wonderful and clinical. Other times, fucking wasteful. You know what I mean? And it should have been 3. Now, look, I'm not going to sit here whinge and complain that it wasn't 3-1 and blah, blah, blah. I'll take the 3 points. I look at the game and I think to myself, convincing? Somewhat. I'm not going to say very much so. Because, to be honest, Leeds were down to 10 men and we were playing a lot better when they were working with 11. Leeds came into this game and took the game to us with 10 men and we honestly looked like it was the other way around. You know what I mean? So, to be perfectly honest, guys, what can I say? The game that isn't all that is gone and done and dusted. We've taken 3 points. We've got Spurs coming up. We've got a 4-point fucking gap on those fuckers, yeah? And I will be doing a preview and a review to that game. You know, bringing a couple of boys on. Hopefully, maybe some of the English lads can come on. You know, it'd be nice for these guys to come back on the channel if they want. And, of course, bringing in some Australians as well. Bring on some Spurs fans as well, you know what I mean? And we're going to have a chat about the fucking Spurs game. I guarantee you about that. It's going to be fucking fun game, shits and giggles and all that. But let's see what the fuck my ratings were for these lads today. Aaron Ramsdale in goal gets a 5 in this game. A little bit shaky here and there. A couple of times when the ball got played back to him, some fucking poor clearances, playing out from the back. I think there was a couple of times he made a few mistakes. I wasn't too impressed. From Ramsdale in this game. What can I say? We got to call a spade a spade. He wasn't the best player on the pitch. Now I'm going to go to the right-hand side. And I'm going to talk Cedric. So Cedric, I'll be honest with you, I think Cedric was a 7 out of 10 in this game. He was decent. He was solid. I mean, he did get beaten. He did get beaten and fucking mauled in the second half at one stage, and I saw that he got manhandled. But Cedric ain't a big bloke, you know what I mean? So I'm going to give Cedric a 7. Beside him, of course, Holding, I'm going to give him a 7, and I'm going to give Gabby the same thing. The defensive line, all the way up to Gabriel, is 7-7-7. Fucking hell, lucky number 7. I'm going to give Takahiro an 8, out of position, and putting in a shift. No shit. Out of position and putting in a shift. Our left-hand side was pretty solid with Takahiro there, even though he's a centre-back, a right foot, a centre-back naturally who can play right-back, now playing left. So we got to give that guy some fucking credit. And you know what? Takahiro was the best defender of all, I think, in my opinion. Moving on to the midfield, I'm going to go into the pairing of Granit Xhaka and Mohamed Elneny. I think Elneny was a 7 all day. I think Elneny's work rate's been great. I think Elneny really starting to fucking put a case together for himself in starting in most of these games when Partey comes back, because he's been playing solid. Now, I'm not saying he's better than Partey. I'm not saying he's going to replace Partey. I'm saying we got to sign Elneny to a contract because I think this guy's going to be a great squad player. Beside him, we had Granit Xhaka. Didn't do too much wrong. Didn't do too much right. He did make a few fucking errors in the second half. He wasn't the worst player on the pitch. He did put that pass into Martinelli that opened up on the left-hand side. He was fucking supporting him, but I can't give him more than a 6 in this game. I think Xhaka has played better, but in this game, he was a little bit flat. Martin Odegaard, look, wasteful, but to be honest, he was fucking everywhere. He was commanding the fucking team. He was pressing. He was trying to put passes in. He was trying to speed play up. The only thing that eluded him was a goal. And that, you know what I mean? He had it in him. He just couldn't finish from the opportunities. So I can only give Odegaard a 7 in this game. Some people have given him an 8. I can only give him a 7. Now, I move on to the right-hand side. Bukayo Saka. Saka in this game, honestly, he wasn't as effective as I thought he could be. Wasn't useless. He was putting balls into the box. He was trying to open up play. But I can't give Saka more than a 7 in this game, and I don't think he deserves more than a 7. You could even, you could argue maybe a 7.5, but I couldn't give him more than a 7. Onto the left-hand side, Gabriel Martinelli. Martinelli, honestly, he didn't play a full game, but you know what? I'm going to give him an 8. With the kind of work that he was putting up on the left-hand side, he was fucking causing problems. I give Martinelli a fucking 8 all fucking day for his performance in this game. Now, Nketiah. Yes, Nketiah has come in, scored himself 2 fucking goals. Yeah. Believe it. Can't. Wouldn't have seen it. Couldn't have picked it. Put money on that shit. Would have made fucking plenty of cash. Nketiah gets a 9 for his performance in this game. Wonderful performance from him. His work rate was phenomenal. He did die down in the second half, but honestly, for a guy who's walking away from us, he left everything out in that pitch, and he's helped us try to hopefully finish in the top half of this table, in the top 4, and maybe even 3rd. The way Chelsea's going, you never know. You know what I mean? Now, look, guys, that's my reaction. That's my review to this game. If you guys could like, share, and subscribe, be very much appreciated. Like, honestly, this game was edge of your seat shit, and then sometimes fucking shaking your head shit, and then, you know, vomiting your nails shit, and then fucking praying, and then, you know, 3 points at the end of it. Thank God. You know, it was all, and it was everything in one fucking game. It was left, right, and centre. I'm telling you, it was a soap fucking opera. I'm telling you. Days of Our Lives was back, and it was fucking Arsenal v Leeds. 3 points in the bag. We're going on to Spurs. This is going to be a tough game. It's not going to be easy. Spurs are going to be feeling great from the point they took from Liverpool. They're going to be fucking jumping for joy because no one would have picked that. I didn't. I honestly thought they would drop 3 points, and they didn't. You know what I mean? So, well done to Spurs for grabbing a point. Now, we got to go over there and face them. And honestly, we can't go there looking for a draw. We got to go there looking for a win. We got to kill this off now. We need to solidify, and we need to take the game to them. This is going to be a tough game. This is going to be a tough game. And to be honest, I will be doing a preview, like I said before, and a review to that game. And we'll get into it hopefully soon. I'm going to have that all set up and done for you guys. So look, if you guys could, please like, share, subscribe, all that shit to the channel. I'm trying to fucking get my subs up. I'm trying to get some likes up. I'm trying to get this and that. And comment. Comment below. Tell me what you think of the game. You know what I mean? I know you guys watched the game. Tell me what you think. And if you guys have watched it through to the 17 minutes of this reaction, cheers and thank you very much. And you didn't fucking click and piss off. You know what I mean? Cheers, you know? Much love. Much love. But look, guys, thank you for tuning in. I know it's a late one, but in Australia, you know the way it goes. I get to fucking watch a game, go to sleep, and go to work, finish up, not even have my dinner, and then do a vid for you guys. And I still got to edit this shit. So anyway, from the Aussie Gooner to everyone out there, thank you for watching, and it's Uru, guys. Uru.